This is a Spanish movie that kicks off in November 1995 at a train station. We see a station official roll in, apologizing to the passengers. He tells them the train's gonna stop in the middle of the platform because of an accident. One passenger, Angela, smirks about what's going on. She's a media college student working on a project about visual and auditory violence. She tries to sneak a look at the dead guy's body, but station security stops her just in time. Angela heads to the university. She meets her professor, Jiro, who's supervising her research. She shows him her research outline. It's obvious he's super into it. She tells him it's just a draft. He says he gets it, but he's a fan of her style. He thinks the topic she's tackling is super touchy. It could stir up some big drama, but he gives her props for handling it objectively. She tells him she needs graphic footage, stuff with sexual and violent content, to finish her research. She asks for his help since he's got access to the university library. He warns her if he asked for that kind of material, they'd think he's nuts. He says he can't promise anything but tells her to swing by again tomorrow. Angela visits her classmate Shima. She heard he's into violent films and has a huge stash of them. He shuts her down, saying her info's wrong and he's not helping. Angela goes to the library. She spots Shima there. He talks to her, asking point blank if she wants to check out the tapes he's got. She hesitates, throwing a question back at him. Wants to know if he really has those kinds of films. He demands a straight yes or no. Angela shows up at Shima's place. He tells her he's got a massive film collection. Says folks like her pretend these films are trash, even though they secretly enjoy watching them. She insists she's not into watching those films. She just needs them for her research. When she steps inside, she notices his house is straight up weird. Creepy masks and scary paintings everywhere. Then Angela asks about his mom and dad. He tells her they're in Madrid. His grandma used to live with him but passed away a year ago. She steps into his room. It's packed with creepy paintings, messy, and totally disorganized. He warns her not to touch anything. Says no one's ever been allowed in his room. Tells her she's real lucky. She asks what he means by. He says he thinks she's real nice. Once he's done setting up the video, he asks what kind of films she wants to see. He opens his library, stacked with the videotapes. She points out she needs violent ones. He grabs a tape and says she's gotta watch this one. He starts playing it. Angela sees a guy getting brain surgery. She looks uncomfortable at what's happening. He explains they're pulling out the guy's brain in the film. Says everything in it, executions, beatings, illegal stuff, is the real deal. He thinks it's awesome. Meanwhile, we see Jiro hitting up the university library. He tells the librarian he needs a favor. Says he's looking for a Czech film but can't recall the name. It's just a trick to get into the storage room. The librarian thinks his request is odd. Nobody asks to get into the storage. Weirder still, Jiro's the second person today asking for it. He tells Jiro he sorted the films by genre. Suggests they wait for the other professor inside. The librarian says it probably won't bug the guy. Jiro starts hunting for the films he's after. We cut back to Angela, still watching the film with Shima. She's shocked people are into this kind of stuff. She insists she's not watching for fun. Says these films are straight up awful. Right then, Jiro keeps searching. Finds a weird, clearly abandoned corridor. It leads to another room stuffed with films and cassettes. Angela asks Shima if he's ever seen a real murder. He confirms every scene she's watching is real. She says she's never seen a dead body before. We cut back to Jiro, still in the storage. The librarian calls out, saying he's about to lock up and leave. Jiro grabs a random tape and heads out. He hits the university cinema hall to play the tape. Looks like exhaustion's hitting him hard. His asthma's messing with his head. Next morning, Angela gets to the university. She's looking for Jiro. Runs into Shima and asks about him. Shima mocks her for chasing an old guy. Angela heads to the cinema hall. Pictures Jiro sitting in front of the screen. She's shocked, thinking he's dead. She decides to touch him to satisfy her curiosity. First time she's seen a dead person. Notices his asthma inhaler next to him. Then grabs the videotape Jiro was watching. Later, Professor Georgie Castro walks in. Tells the students Professor Jiro died on Tuesday. Probably from an asthma attack while watching a film. Shima cracks a joke, saying Jiro was probably watching some Spanish flick. The professor calls him out, asking if he saw or took something. Shima swears he didn't. Glances at Angela, suspecting she grabbed the film. Georgie keeps talking. Says he's a professor of audiovisual psychology. He's taking Jiro's place since he knows their curriculum well. He'll keep things the way they're used to. He pulls out a paper with Angela's name. Says he's taking over as her research supervisor. Tells her they can discuss her project whenever she wants. After the lecture, Shima pressures Angela to admit she took Jiro's tape. She fesses up, saying it's for her research. Shima insists on watching it with her, and asks what's on the tape. She says she doesn't know, hasn't watched it yet. Later Angela goes with him to his house. He takes the tape from her and plays it. The film starts. Angela gets tense, doesn't want to keep watching. A girl's voice in the film begs a masked guy to let her go. She tells Shima to stop the video. He says it's real, a girl tied to a chair, tortured by a masked man. Angela freaks out, covers her face. When she glances at the TV, her nerves spike. She sees the eyes of the girl being tortured. Shima says he knows her. She was at their university, vanished 2 years ago. The guy torturing her and cutting her up. She begs him to stop the video. He gets annoyed, tells her to hush. Says the killer's a psychopath. And the girl's name was Vanessa. Angela watches him sawing the victim's body. She asks why he's doing all this. Shima's breaking down the video. Thinks it was shot in a garage. He asks her to keep watching, but she refuses. He gets closer to the screen. Says the guy filming used digital zoom, and he might track down the killer's camera. Angela says cameras with digital zoom could be 5,000 or 100,000. Shima says only a few had that feature 2 years ago. He digs through his papers, full of camera specs and models. Figures out the camera's a Sony XT500. He's sure of it. It's got all the features for zooming in and recording sound crystal clear. Angela says she's gotta go, it's dinner time. Goes to grab the tape. He tells her to leave it, he needs to watch it again. Angela heads home. Later Shima calls her, says come back quick, I found something big. Angela gets to Shima's place, and told her that he suspects the filmmaker cut out parts they didn't want seen. Angela thinks maybe the girl said the killer's name, so they edited it. Shima agrees, the girl knew who was torturing her. That means they might know too. Says they gotta track down Vanessa's friends, the killer could be one of them. Angela says she's done. Shima asks if she's scared. She says yeah, this is real murder, not a game. He tells her to leave, he'll handle it solo. She says it's over for her and him too, she doesn't want to get him in trouble. She says she's out, doesn't want to hear about this video again. If anyone asks, she'll say she knows nothing. Then we see Georgie lecturing the students. Says cinema's all about profits, money, millions. Films gotta make bank at the box office. He thinks Spanish cinema's failing cause there's no connection between the audience and the industry. Says the students are cinema's future. To beat Hollywood, they gotta give viewers what they want. Then we see Angela digging through news she collected on Vanessa's disappearance. Then she spots a classmate, Bosco, with the same camera that shot the video. He's filming his girlfriend, Yolanda. Angela hides, trying to figure out who he is and what he's up to. The guy filming notices her. When he starts moving, she follows to keep tabs on him. Bad luck, he spots her. She writes that he's standing, staring at her. She gets nervous, tries to leave. Notices he's tailing her. She tries to escape. Ducks into an empty hallway. Her fear spikes. She runs when she sees him behind her. Her bag drops. She scrambles to grab it, then runs again. Makes it to the lecture hall before he catches her. When she steps out, she's shocked, he's right behind her. He asks what she wants from him and tries to leave. He says her papers fell. She goes back to grab them. Tells him they're for her research. He says she's lucky. He knew this girl, Vanessa, cause she's his girlfriend's friend. Asks what she wants to know. Right then, Yolanda shows up. Bosco tells her Angela's doing a report on her friend Vanessa. Yolanda asks him to come with her. She needs to talk. Angela takes the chance and runs. Asks if she really wants to do a report on Vanessa. Tells them it's legit, but she's nervous. Bosco asks if she needs to film something for the report. She says yeah. He suggests using his camera. Angela gets to the university with Shima. Says it's the first time she lost her keys. Introduces him to Bosco. They start recording the report on Vanessa. Shima helps with the filming. They ask Bosco what he knows about Vanessa, since he was in her class. He says she didn't show up to the university for days. When they called her, they found out she vanished. Cops searched for months, came up empty. Angela asks if he thinks she was kidnapped. He says it's not for sure. Before she disappeared, she sent a letter saying she loved someone and ran off with him. No one asked for a ransom. Angela asks how he doesn't know anything about Vanessa's personal life. He says he doesn't like snooping on people. She asks who she ran off with. He says he doesn't know. Later, Shima tries to convince Angela not to fall for Bosco's tears. Says don't get suckered. She says she believes him. Shima says that angelic face, convincing with every word, was all fake, and he's dumb and messed up in the head. Angela's surprised. Says he's talking like he knows Bosco. Shima tells her to go back to him. He's sure Bosco will come to her with a camera and a knife. She says they should go to the cops. He says they can't, they've got no proof. Don't even know how Jiro got the tape. Angela heads home. Notices her family's not around. She's shocked when she sees Bosco's camera bag. She sees him come into her room. Tries to run. Hesitates, thinks he's a real nice guy. Bosco walks in. She asks how he got her address. He says he's got his own ways of finding out. She asks why he's here. He says he came to give her the tape with her report. She says that wasn't necessary. He says that's not the only reason. He's here to film her. Notice she wasn't in the report footage. Then he asks to go to her room to shoot. They head up. She says she doesn't like being filmed. He says he doesn't buy that a pretty girl like her hates the camera. Starts setting up the camera. She says that camera hasn't been on the market long, and he says he's had it for 4 months and surprised that she knows so much. He starts recording the report. First question, what's the color of his eyes? She gets nervous, says she doesn't know. He calls her a liar. She asks him to wrap up the report quick. He tells Angela what she's supposed to do during the shoot. Notices she's tense. Starts getting closer. Asks about the color of his eyes again. Says the more she talks, the closer he'll get. Till he bumps into her. Says next time, he might hit her in the face. She says there won't be a next time. They head downstairs for lunch. She notices he's getting real cozy with her family, helping serve food. Sees him eyeing her sister. She deliberately brings up Yolanda, saying she's his girlfriend. Then we see Shima, pissed off. Chews out Angela for letting Bosco in her house. Says she fell for his charm. Says she let him in her place but wouldn't even grab coffee with him. She tells him to quit mocking her. Tells him Bosco bought the camera used 4 months ago. Shima says a guy like that would never use a second-hand camera. He's sure Bosco bought it new, with a warranty. Tells her to go check it out herself. Angela heads to Sony's office to ask about the camera's receipt. They say it was sold 2 years ago, warranty's done. She says she just needs the receipts. Says the camera's in her brother Bosco's name. The clerk says she can't hand over the receipt unless the owner shows up. Angela says the customer service girl told her she'll be able to pick it up. The clerk steps away to check with her colleagues. Angela snags the chance, grabs a disc with all the customer info. She writes that Bosco's name and isn't on it. Meanwhile, Shima's trying to get into the storage room. He notes there's surveillance cameras. Decides to bribe the security guard to get the storage footage. Angela gets to the university, heads to Georgie's office. He starts talking about her research. Asks why she picked the topic. She says she hates violence, rejects it, even though everyone can see it on TV. Georgie says violence is natural in everyone. Says censorship can't block all films. But directors gotta know the impact violence can have. She reminds him he said directors should give viewers what they want. He says that's the core rule for all entertainment. Tells her she's tackling the topic too shallow. Her research needs to dig deeper. She asks for more materials to help her. He asks why she's dodging. She dodges the question. He says he'll reject her research if she's not cooperative. Asks who killed Jiro. Says he knows Jiro died from an asthma attack. But what he saw before he died might have caused it. Asks her take on it. Says he thinks she's a smart girl, bound to succeed. That's why he doesn't get her. He's stunned by the cinema hall surveillance footage. Shows her taking the tape Jiro was watching. Asks what she's doing, why she wrote on it, what she saw. Notices she's tongue-tied. Says the tape better be on his desk tomorrow. Starts leaning on her. She gets nervous. He says no professor would accept her research if they knew she's a liar. She insists the tape's got nothing to do with her project. Says what she found is super dangerous. He tells her to spill. Says he's listening. Phone rings. Georgie says it's for Angela. Tells her she can take it in the other room. She steps in, writes that Shima's telling her to get out fast. Georgie is in on the crime. She asks how he knows. Shima says Georgie knows she took the tape. Tells her to make any excuse to leave. Georgie's sneaking, hears everything. Angela comes out, says she's gotta go. She runs before Georgie can grab her. She gets to Shima's place. He says Georgie's involved. Shows her a video from the storage the day Jiro died. Georgie's in it, leaving a corridor to an underground storage. Used to hide filmed stuff. Shima says he snagged tapes from there. Vanessa wasn't the only victim. Her case wasn't a one-off. It's part of a string of organized torture and murder crimes. He thinks the filming gear is in that storage. Angela says that means Bosco's not the one involved. Shima's shocked she's defending him. Then later we see Angela meeting Yolanda, asking to talk. She says Vanessa was killed. Tells Yolanda they were in a workshop making real films, one's filming actual murders and torture. Says when Vanessa sensed danger, she asked Bosco to pull out. Then they found out she disappeared. And later 5 other girls disappeared besides Vanessa. She's shocked, says Shima's the one who lured them into the workshop. Angela says no way Shima would do that, she knows him too well. Yolanda says she knows him well too. Accuses Angela of lying. Angela says if she's lying, this picture's fake. Shows her a photo of Shima with Bosco. Later Shima and Angela sneak into the storage. He shows her the corridor to the secret room. Angela decides to search for the camera. Shima says he already looked, it's not there. She ignores him, keeps searching. He notices a locked box. Breaks it open. Finds original crime tapes worth a fortune. Decides to keep them. Then the door locks from outside. They're trapped. Power cuts out. Angela screams in terror. Shima tries to calm her. Asks for a lighter or matches so they can see. Says they should find another exit so no one knows they're there. They creep through the corridor. She asks Shima to talk to keep her calm. He starts telling a kid's story. They hit another room. Then she sees the camera they're looking for. Their matches run out. The jacket she used to light the place catches fire. It's pitch black around them. Later Angela wakes up, power comes back. Tied to a chair in the storage room. Georgie's there. She accuses him of killing Vanessa and the other missing girls. He says he didn't kill anyone, just edit the movies, and says he's making the kind of films viewers want. Starts recording her. Says she's lucky, he won't make her suffer. Gets closer with a gun. Right then, Shima jumps in, takes him down. Saves her, says she wanted to see a murder and now she has. Later, Angela heads home. Then she knew her sister Senna was out with Bosco. She rushes to where they are. Tries to get Senna to come back with her after kissing Bosco. Then Angela gets to Shima's place. Begs him to go to the cops. He says the police don't like him. Nobody does. She keeps pushing. He agrees, says he's gonna shower first. Angela starts gathering the tapes at Shima's. Spots the camera battery on his desk. Keeps looking till she finds the camera hidden in his closet. So she runs away. Shima comes out, sees she's gone. Angela gets home, finds Senna freaking out. She says someone called, threatened to kill me thinking it was you, and it was a girl who called. Then Angela heads to Bosco's place. Suspects Yolanda's the one who called and threatened Senna. Then at Bosco's house, Angela asks if he's alone. He says his parents only come in the summer. She asks if Yolanda knew he was with her yesterday. He says they broke up. She told him she threatened to kill her. He says it's not the first time. Yolanda's super jealous, threatens any girl who gets near him. Vanessa was one of them. Then power cuts out. He goes to grab candles, someone hits him. He drops. Angela comes down, shocked to see him on the floor. Shima shows up. Says this is the second time he saved her. Angela be scared from Shima. Then Bosco gets up and beats Shima. Angela stops him, says call an ambulance. Bosco says he's gotta tie him first. Then gets out to fixes the power. Shima tells Angela to check the garage and run. Bosco comes back, ties Shima up. Angela hits the garage. Surprised. It's the same spot where Vanessa's murder video was filmed. Bosco walks in, locks the garage. Says he's gonna kill her. Opens a room with Yolanda's body. Says she showed up that afternoon, and he had to kill her. Then starts filming Angela, tied to a chair. Tells her to look at the camera. Says he'll torture her till she passes out. Then wait till she wakes up. Says he'll cut off her legs, burn them. Cut off her arms, make her eat her ear, then puts on a mask, gets closer, hits her. But she frees her hand, stabs him with a knife she had. Tries to run. He grabs her legs. She reaches a gun, threatens to shoot. Tells him not to come near. He tries to play her, asks the color of his eyes. She makes her call, shoots him. Then later we see TV shows covering Bosco's story. A totally normal kid who lured girls, killed them. He took out 6 girls, including his girlfriend. Cops found videotapes of the crimes. Professor Georgie was in on it. Angela hits the hospital to check on Shima, and brought him a gift. He says it's the kid's story he told her in the tunnel. She sees he's embarrassed, can't look at her. Says she's leaving. He wishes her luck with her research. As she leaves, Patience asks him to turn the TV back on. Then Shima runs to walks with Angela down the hospital hall. Notices all the patients are hooked on the show about the girl's torture case. 'Cause they want to see the violence in the crimes. At the end, Thesis dives into the creepy world of people hooked on gory, real death videos, like the sick stuff you'd find on dark websites. Angela, a college student researching violent films, gets pulled into this twisted mess. Her search for raw footage turns deadly when she finds a killer's tapes at her university. With her friend Shima, she faces betrayal and a psycho closer than she thinks. It's a chilling thriller about curiosity gone wrong. Love this recap? Hit that like button and subscribe for more. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We can't wait to hear what you think. See you in the next one.